It is May 26th, Wednesday, 2021. Very unusual skies here in the city. We seldom see any kind of weather like this. There was a lunar eclipse this morning. It's a blood moon in Sagittarius. So have a look at the skies out here with me. Maybe it's possible that you can spot a UFO going by. This looks like the perfect weather to reveal some UFO craft. What baffles me is the separation of the blue and then the rain coming in. The clouds looked really, really pretty a moment ago, but now if you look up in there, it has that kind of smog look to it, as if it's possibly a chemical concoction, maybe produced, maybe it's manufactured weather. It's got a dirty yellow look right there in the middle. Not sure if it's coming through on the camera or not. It makes me wonder. Our weather generally is just overcast and polluted 90% of the time. There's the occasional clear day. I don't know how they achieve them anymore. I don't see how you can have a city with such bad pollution 90% of the time, and then out of nowhere, it just clears up. A little bit perplexing to me. So off here to the left, I don't think it's in the camera's view, but off to the left of that brown building there's an entire layer of sky that looks as if it's being manipulated by a force field of some kind, because it has a very straight box type line in the cloud formation. These are the types of phenomena, aerial phenomena, sky phenomena, that you never saw back prior to 2000. It's all a new type of technology that I would assume is based on HAARP, the High Altitude Auroral Radio Project. I think there are 28 HAARP stations now worldwide. So that type of radio frequency technology is fairly widespread, and I guess they're pretty much using it everywhere now. It looks as if once I get past the city center here, this is called the CBD, Guomal Central Business District. Once I get past this, the sky looks like it's pretty much cleared up. But I thought I would just film a little of this because some of it looks super strange. The thing is, the direction I've got the camera pointing out my window, you can't see off to the left or off to the right where more of the unusual sky formations are taking place. Yeah, beautiful day for UFO activity. Be nice if we see some triangles zipping around out there. Traffic's not too bad today. It's moving along a little bit. The sun is setting high in the west as we approach the summer solstice. That'll be coming up in a month's time. And that is typically the apex of the sun's movement from south to north across the Great Plain. There certainly are interesting things afoot in the realm these days. And as I was saying on my last video that I shot, I'd like to hear from you guys down in the comments, or you can dredge up my email address if when you go to my YouTube page, you click all the way to the right in the About tab, and down at the bottom of the About tab there's an email address there, so you can send me an email on Gangster Mail. That's my preferred one for interacting with juggler stuff. I'm yawning, man. It's been a big day. Rosewood, Beijing, huh? The Jingguang Center. I think that's Fortune Plaza. All right, here is the center of the city. Off to our left here, you can see the CCTV building, also known as the Big Underpants. Off to the right, we have the number 3 tower of the World Trade Towers. That's the big one there. And then the far left, the biggest tower in Beijing, that is called Zhongguojiang. Wow, that rain looks beautiful off to our left here. You can't see it, but there are streams of rain coming down. Quite lovely. It's funny that living in a city like this for so long, that a little lightning and thunder and rain is like a huge deal. There have been twice that Beijing has had torrential rains and flooding, and during those times this city is not at all prepared for any kind of flooding. But during those times, during the first big one, I think it was 2007 if I'm not mistaken, rather, if I remember correctly, and something like, it was reported that 77 people died in 2007 in the 7th month. So it was in July, it's the 7th month in the 2007 year, 77 people died due to flooding. I saw some cars get trapped in the water, and I can imagine there were quite a few folks that died, but I mean, do numbers just coincidentally line up like that? It was probably the 7th day of the 7th month. Who knows? But the city had flooded so hard that there was like 2-3 feet of water in some places, and under the bridge, folks were getting swept away and drowned in their cars. And one of the really terrifying or interesting things that happened that year was, that was the year my daughter was born. But the manhole covers, those big steel plates, were popping off because of the pressure from the water flooding up from the sewers, and giant rats were running around all over the city. I saw several. But supposedly people were getting sucked down in to the sewers under the city and drowned. And so that was fascinating. And that's happened here twice in Beijing, where hundreds of people have died during those floods. Alrighty, we're passing over the bridge and we will be moving into the dead zone here in a minute. So I'll go ahead and sign off for now. As above, so below. Hugs and kisses. I'll see you in the abodes. Zaijian for now.